surfaces around the shop. Probably a dirty fuel line, definitely a dirty funnel. Put them together, got a beer bong.
Oh man, can any cameras even see that we're pouring beer?
It made my stomach hurt so much.
You sissy. All right, there you go. Welcome to Beer With.
Oops, forgot to pour my beer. We are a foot higher. This is Tall Rob. This is, you know, I haven't been this high in a while. My name is Rob Chairslayer Parsons. Not Chris Slayer, not Chris Slayer. Nothing to do with Chris. I have nothing at all in common with any Chris's. It's Rob Parsons. I have no idea why people call me Chris Slayer. I think it's because they can't read. I'm pretty sure that's what the problem is. People look me in the eyes and say, Chris! I'm like, nope.
When my name come up, respect it. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
No, this is the first two. It's because I left my actual shoes in my trailer and I can't get into my trailer. So I'm just wearing my driving shoes. Drifting for me happened about 11 years, Western Canada to be exact, in Alberta. Me and my father started importing cars from Japan. The nice thing about Canada is we have a 15-year rule instead of America's 25-year rule. So 10 years ago today, you guys are all excited about your R32s and stuff like that. We were bringing Skylines, we were bringing S13s with SR swaps on them all over into Canada. And that is what got me into kind of drifting, because you import the cars, you're gonna kind of follow the scene a little bit, and that's kind of how I got into it. Whoa! It is true, and that's bullshit, because they're just making assumptions. I'm just a lovable guy.
Hey, sweet thing, can I buy you a fish sandwich?
I'm straight up. Look at this face. And I mean, I'm a rolling chair, so take a seat. June 5th, 2011. Got a little too hot rod on the dirt bike. I could laugh at this because it is, if you were watching the whole accident, you probably would have laughed. Because it was just me.
Oh shit.
I was good at jumping and hitting a single jump and doing tricks, but I was not very fluent on a racetrack, so that's what I was trying to do. But I went a little crazy on a step up, came up a bit short, slipped off my pegs. I kind of was dangling with my legs behind me, and at the same time when that happened, I would just whiskey throttled. Flying off the back of my dirt bike, off the side of a berm, throwing my bike. I was going in the top of 4th gear on this jump, so I was hauling ass, and when I threw my bike, I stiffened up when I came in and landed on my legs, broke everything. Broke my tib, fib, and my femurs on both legs, shattered my spine right here. One doctor said it looked like a shattered beer bottle. Then I put multiple ribs on this side through my lung. You know, within about 10 minutes of laying on the ground, couldn't breathe.
I can't breathe.
I knew it was bad. I didn't know I broke my legs or anything, but I knew I wasn't gonna walk again. It was an interesting exception of what happened at that moment. I woke up in the hospital with these spikes through my legs to hold me together. Other doctors telling me softly and nicely that I'm not gonna walk again. Other doctors saying straight up, yo, your shit's messed up. When I was in the hospital, it was crazy to see how much people would tell you can't do these things no more. And that just pushed me harder to get through the whole process of just getting back to life. It took 6 months to get through it, and once I was through it and I got home, it was a whole different story, and just learning how to live with the situation. I'm a motivated person, so that helps me, and I'm a problem solver, so that also helps with being able to figure out how to do things. But it was an interesting transition, just going from being able to walk and have it completely cut off. So the shifting and hand control setup was designed by myself. The shifting aspect of it was made by a company here in California called Master Shift. I adapted everything that I needed to that shifting system with the clutch system that I developed to have them work together. The electronic shifter is 0.2 milliseconds, it's 2 milliseconds, sorry, between shifts, and then the clutch disengagement is 95 milliseconds.
That's fast.
The way that I typically do it is, if you envision it, boom, boom, boom. I do them both at the same time, so let off the gas, shift. Okay, are we talking about if I could walk? Yes. Not a chance. No, there's no way. I would, and that's a good thing to kind of ask. I would never trade up this wheelchair for anything unless someone said you will be back to the person that you were. Because if I could only 75% walk, I might as well keep my chair, because I can 100% do what I need to in this. Oh man. Okay, I have a few favorite things. I like the fact that everyone is very nice to you when you're in a wheelchair. You can almost talk to anybody in a wheelchair. They're not gonna say screw you. But the girls are real nice. No, they're nice. They come hang out all day long. Now this is on the internet. No one's gonna hang out with me. See that? I'm getting a little buzzed already. Seriously. You know how many beers I've drank in my life. You know where this is gonna end up if we continue.
Did we have... No, don't be silly.
How's that ass feeling?
What's your favorite food?
Favorite food would have to be Asian cuisines, anything, you know, sushi, Korean barbecue, pho, all that type of stuff, really good. And then Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
It got the waffle flex on it and the syrup on there. Sweet leg.
Oh, that's a great one. So we're gonna roll back to LS Fest. Short answer, I can't. They're on their own schedule. They do what they want. Nah, I'll be sitting in the middle of a room. I mean, I'll look around like nothing happened.
Was that a fart?
I don't know.
So, going back to LS Fest though, had a little visit to the toilet, and HERT's never really heard me blast off on the throne before, and I showed him what's up. Out of HERT, Brian and Vinny, we're gonna go. I'd definitely marry Vinny. He seems like a stable gentleman. Who am I gonna fuck? I'm gonna drink right now, because I'm gonna fuck HERT. I'm gonna fuck HERT because he looks like a good time. I hear stories. I wanna be a part of them. Kill, I'd like to kill Brian, because he just can't text back very well. I wish he could just message me. Just love me, that's all I want. But I still love you, Brian. I met HERT at in Vegas that first time that Lindsay invited me out to SEMA. I didn't really meet him. I just said, hey, what's up, man? When we were passing in a bar, and he just like, hey, just walked away.
Hey, I'm sorry I didn't see you there. I was too busy blocking out the haters.
And then we continued to just talk back and forth on when we would meet in passing and stuff, and it just became a good friendship. It really did. More so when I moved to California and we hung out a lot at the old shop in LA. HERT trying to, this is my first burnout. This is my first Big Daddy burnout. And this was at the donut shop. It was a good minute burnout, at least minute and a half. Power steering line's hooked up backwards. It's pushing out of the top of the power steering reservoir onto the headers. Wasn't gonna light on fire until I was done doing this burnout, obviously. But as soon as I stopped, poof, whole engine bay lights up. I'm sitting in there, smoke everywhere. HERT was out of frame, and then the fire is up. I'm sitting there, stick my head out, wondering what's going on, and HERT just comes into frame. Hands everywhere, doesn't know what to do. You see one of my friend, Chris, run into the shop and comes up with a Hoonigan bottle still with HERT, not knowing what to do.
Real happy with what was going on, and at the end of the day, you know, you gotta be happy.
And puts the fire out, yanks me out of the car. HERT's still sitting there trying to figure out what the shit to do in this whole situation. By the time it's done, I'm already out of the car, and HERT just realized what happened. We're gonna need another one. Traveling with HERT is great because he's fun. He goes out of his way to do stuff, and he helps me out to get my shit in and out of the truck. He doesn't work on his car very well. He kind of puts it on me to work on it sometimes, or everybody else. Road tripping, okay, road tripping with the Unprofessionals and what we do. I've never, let me tell you this, the being able to, oh, what was I saying? Fuck, I'm getting drunk. Chandler! 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 What did you do?
Chandler!
You are unbelievable.
Get some new finish, it'll be right as rain.
Where are we going? In the boat.
Fucking Chandler! Chandler! You know how I met Chandler? This is a great story. Chandler came in to run at CNC, and he wanted to be a part of what we were doing, which is great. Chandler's not an idiot. He knows how to do a few things with SolidWorks and designing things, but he came in to ask me, hey, are these Takata harnesses real? No, they were not. He bought them for fucking 50 bucks. He brought in some fake harnesses to see if they were real, and then I was like, hey, do you want to help me with my car? And he gave me a hand to do a few things. Chandler came on to those events and forgot to tighten pretty much every bolt that he put his hands on. God, I like that. That would be about the same time that I got into cars, so 12, 13 years ago. When I got the opportunity to move up to Calgary and work on air filtration systems for mining equipment. And on top of that, me and my friend Jason Lang, who now owns Epic Welding, his business, had a little shop together working on cars, making random things, SR20 swaps, all the time. During all that, that's when I was learning how to weld and fabricate and make things. I had no idea what I was doing. Thanks guys for giving me your cars to work on, but I didn't know what I was doing. Out of that, it gave me the opportunity to learn how to make things out of metal, work with cool tools, work with a good friend that knew what he was doing and wanted to do the same thing. Everything was welded, so I learned how to weld stainless steel, thin stainless steel, really quickly, because that's all we did. That pushed me to be able to do the aluminum, and then that just transitioned into the cars. And it all kind of played into each other. Dude, I've been drinking past forever. No. Everyone deserves their own.
By the way, what's an all-American girl like you doing with a geek like this?
Oh man. Dude, a lot of them are just straight up, just like, hey, does it work?
Have you ever partied so hard that you fell out of your chair?
Whoa, my man, you know I've partied so hard, I've just partied out of my chair. Straight up, I just partied out of my chair. This was the night that I went down the stairs backwards by myself with no handrail. Oh! I can't say names, but okay. I haven't cut anyone's fingers off, man. Went out with a beautiful girl, and I'm like, hey, you should come out to the sand dunes with me. And we went out to Glamis. She came out there with me, and she was driving the Razor. Poor girl. Drove the Razor so hard that she rolled it. She was transitioning over a crest of the sand dune, so over top onto another one, turned into the hill as she was going over, and she was pinning it. I seen this coming, so I grabbed my legs and hold on. Razor 3 times over, and all I see is I'm holding on to my legs so they don't fly out, and then she's over there. Poor girl put her hand outside, and cage rolled over her fingers and the sheet metal roof came in. Done. Snipped those babies off, and it was a bad day. We're gonna dive a little bit more deeper into the builds. We're gonna dive more deeper into the parties. We're gonna really hit, I think we gotta hit on the grassroots, you know? The people that feed drifting, the people that are always there, you know, having fun, hanging out. We're the same people, and we're gonna travel around and party with everybody, honestly. What do we want to do? We want to make good friends, we want to drive our cars, we want to blow them up, it doesn't matter, we just want to have fun. Season 2 of the Unprofessionals is gonna be explicit. Chairslayer, not Chris Slayer. Remember that. Straight up. I can't even talk anymore. Fuck, Jesus Christ.